Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy Redmond, and listen to me. This is the Jeremy Redmond Daily Show. Oh, it's getting wacky, David. Scissor, scissor, it's getting wacky. Scissor, scissor it. So today, we're building our sales team. We're growing our sales team, yeah. We're growing it, yeah. There are three things. Scissor that out. Fuck it, Dave, leave that in. There are three things. The only three metrics you need to know in SaaS software. So what does SaaS stand for, Dave? Software as a service. Software. Any software companies, there are three metrics. When you make money, you need to pay attention to. There's only three. I'm gonna make a separate video for each one as I go insane. The first one, revenue growth. Simple. You wouldn't think that was that simple, okay? That's one of the hardest things to do is just grow revenue. And while you're growing revenue, at least 10 to 20% month over month, and that's kind of like a venture-backed company. It means you're at a minimum, a little more than doubling every year. You wanna hit at least 10% growth, right? And we've been about 50, 60% a month, I wanna say. This year, all year. So I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Isn't that a jingle, David? Isn't that a jingle? Where did I get that? Or am I making that up?
We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers.
Am I making that up? Someone Google that. Anyway, revenue growth. Let's call it month over month or mom growth. Okay, mom growth, Dave. This is weird to calculate because it's like, oh, you need to calculate for the compound interest in that growth. Like, fuck, what the fuck, man? David, what if I do this? What if I put this here? Oh, David, come on. This is ingenious, David. Mom growth, month over month, right? You could also do quarter over quarter, year over year. But as you're a young startup, you're early. So with every month or every week, if you're really early, matters. So month over month growth. Are you growing at least 10% more every month? And you can understand how that compounds, right? If you're at $1,000 in monthly recurring revenue this month, you have to be 10% is $1,100. That doesn't seem that much. 10%, yeah, cool. But in order to grow 10% again the next month, you need to turn that $1,100 into, now the difference between month one and month two in that example was only $100, right? 10% growth, you grew 10%. Now it's 10% of that revenue and the compound, the interest in between. So you're like, all right, cool. So now $100, right? You gain 10%. Now 10% of 1,100 is 110, right? So you've compounded 10 extra dollars. So it's not just $100 a month. $100 a month, if you were to do just $100 a month, is called linear growth, right? Where it's just the same amount. You're still growing, but it's not compounding on itself. So it's not a percentage basis. That is month over month growth. The metric in month over month growth to have it achievable or be venture backed is like 10% at a minimum, really. 10% at a minimum. I mean, if you're growing 4, 5, 6, it's like, cool, you got a growing business. It's better than going negative. Negative is a positive. A negative is a negative. Dave, put the Entourage quote in there with Val Kilmer, you know. A negative is a positive. What's he say?
I mean, the man's most positive tip is a negative. He's a mega negative. Right?
Gotta love that, love Entourage, man. Man, as you can tell, man, that's month over month growth, okay? Anything's better than a negative, right? 10% means you're a little more than doubling every year. So that's great. That's the minimum. Net month over month growth, 20%. 20% is good, right? Then they'll calculate your churn, which is our third metric, by the way. That's all for this one today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's one about churn. Subscribe to this channel if you like it. Like it if you like it. Thumb it, man. I want to see some more thumbs. Dude, thumb me. Subscribe.